Okay, here goes. Hydrogen peroxide, here we come. Let's see what happens here. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I think? I should use a measuring spoon. This is going to be ridiculous to count out over 100 drops. Only single way to do this. Oh, shoot, I need a plate. Alright, here we go. Ooh, that cleared out the top. Oh, look at that. For a little bit. And then it goes away. Oh, wait a minute. It's working. It's magic. Oh, that was so more convenient than sticking in drops. You know what? I think that's all I need to add. I don't know how much it was. I just used this measuring scoop. Oh my God, look, it's totally clear. Beautiful. So, we have success. Rinse out the measuring scoop. So, I don't know, I'll figure out one of these days how much it takes. But this is the procedure. So now I'll just let this stir, and it'll take a few hours for the excess hydrogen peroxide to come out of solution. But that looks totally clear. And that's the way it should look. Great. Perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm getting good at this. I think, let's see how long did I run the machine. It looks like 2 hours. I think I took off half an hour. Yeah, I only ran it for 2 hours. So that's the reason why. I didn't overdo it this time. And plus I used the better of the two machines. The other machine I'm not sure about. I'm having problems with it. So there you go. That's the proper way to do the second step after you've already processed the distilled water in your colloidal silver generator, in my case for 2 hours, with the amperage knob turned up on high, is to add a smidgen of, let's see if I can get a reading on how much I put in. Well, the thing is 30 cc's divided into 4 sections of what we'll say 7.5 cc's each. And I didn't use a whole section, so I probably used less than 5 cc's of 35% strength hydrogen peroxide. So, I don't know, I forget what the equivalence is for a cc. I think a cc is 1 1/4 quarter teaspoons, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it the other way around? A quarter teaspoon is 1 1/4 cc's. That's it. A teaspoon is 5 cc's. So I must have used about a teaspoon. That's probably how much I used. Or less. A teaspoon or less. Slightly less. Maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon. So there you go. Beautiful, clear, and bubbling at the moment, effervescing very nicely. So we'll let that effervesce, probably take 3 hours. I want to say 3 minimum, 3 to 5, and then it'll be done. And then I'll filter it. So it's just a question of waiting for the excess hydrogen peroxide to come out of solution. But see, this way I get it clear right away, and then I wait for the excess of hydrogen peroxide to bubble out of solution. Had I put less than that amount, it would have taken longer, and I'm not sure what the result would have been. And then at the end of that period of time, I might have to add more all over again, and I just don't want to go through that hassle of waiting. So one of these days I'll figure out exactly how much is the appropriate amount to add. But I just wanted to play safe and put it in excess. You can always put it in excess because the excess will bubble out of solution. But you'll get immediate results, such as I got right here. So there you go. Alright, in this example, I've run these 2 glass liters of distilled water through the colloidal silver generator for 3 hours. And now I want to see how well does it respond to hydrogen peroxide, and I'm going to use my new found means of dispensing the hydrogen peroxide from this small, it looks like a 4-ounce eyedropper bottle, but I'm not going to use the eyedropper. I'm going to use this instead. This is 30 cc's, but I'm not going to use the whole 30 cc's, but I'm going to use it as the means of transferring. So we'll start, oh, I need one other thing. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oopsie, don't spill anything. Alright, everything on. Oh shoot, this happens once in a while. There we go. My machine in the front is getting old. Sometimes it doesn't want to spin. Alright, get everything nicely spinning. Camera is on. There we go, nice color. Now let's just clarify it. Whoa, bubbling away. Gee, I wonder if it's enough. You know, it might be. Ooh, good. Excellent. See if that's fizzing. Not as much. I didn't put as much in. You know, fizzing might show that there's plenty there. There we go. Now that's fizzing. So yeah, it may show that there's an excess. See, it's already clarifying. So I just have to give it time. I don't have to waste hydrogen peroxide. And the back one is fizzing as well. So I will pour this back into, whoopsie, and it back into the bottle. And that's all it takes. And then let it run. And after an hour or two, it should clear, but then I have to wait for the bubbles to escape. Oh wow, look. It's already, the back one is clearing, more so than the front one. But if I have to add more, I'll add more. I'll keep an eye on it. This is cool. This is getting to be very cool. So 3 hours seems to be the right amount of time. Not 2 hours, not 2.5, not 1.5 hours, not a half hour. But 3 hours to get this nice change of color. And then I don't know how much hydrogen peroxide I'm adding, but let's say it's 1 to 2 teaspoons. I can't really say anything more definitive than that. And then stirring it is very important. So you've literally got to have a mechanical stirring device to ensure the adequate procedure. It's not enough to just have, 3 9-volt batteries and some clip leads. You've got to have some means of stirring this. Because you want all the particles to thoroughly interact with all the molecules of hydrogen peroxide. So this is more like a chemistry experiment than anything else. This is not, I don't know, maybe you could get away without it, but I like to be thorough, and at the moment, maybe it's overkill, but at the moment, I wouldn't want to do it any other way. So, I guess that's it for this video, nice and short. It looks like the back one is going to have no problem clearing. You know what? I'm not going to post this video just yet. I'll wait and see. I'll turn it off because I don't want to waste the battery on my cell phone camera. But I'll do another episode and attach it to this one. I'll wait an hour or two because I want to see if this front bottle clears. The back one is clearing very nicely. I don't have any concern for that one, but the front one seems to be a little darker. This machine in the front always seems to produce more silver than the one in the back, and this is the one that's having the problem with the stirrer. So it's probably breaking down and not resisting current and putting out too much current or too much voltage, something like that. I don't know what else to think, because I've swapped the bottles, the flasks, for the purpose of finding out whether or not the spacing between the wires had anything to do with it, because this front bottle is a wider neck and the wires are set a little further apart than the narrower neck flask in the back. But distance has nothing to do with it. It's something to do with the machine. And I did measure, I think I measured the voltage is different on the front machine, slightly higher. Or was it the amperage? I can't remember. Only slightly though. But over a span of a few hours, maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. So hopefully the front will clear within an hour. I'll give it maybe an hour, and if it doesn't, I'll just add a little bit more, because I do want both to clarify. Alright, until then. Well, I'm noticing that the clarification in the front flask has not improved. So, and the back flask is still a little cloudy. Actually, the back flask may be okay because it has just some silver oxide residue. The front one, it might be the same situation. Let's see if we can clarify it any further. It's a slight experiment. It looks like, yes, that was the issue. We just needed more hydrogen peroxide. Let's try the back one. Possibly. That's possibly all they needed, was a little bit more in both cases. Because we're looking for a clear solution. So possibly a cloudy solution means we just need more hydrogen peroxide. I think the back one might need a touch more. So it's okay to be a little excessive with this stuff because we want to clarify it completely. I think I'll add a little more to the front one now. So that should do it. That's probably all I needed to do. I just needed to add more. Well, that's pretty straightforward. I'll let it run some more, and hopefully that will do the job. Now that's what I call clear. Pretty close. Slightly cloudy. It might just be the bubbles. Yeah, could be. Let's see if I turn one off. Yeah, that's probably bubbles. So it's still loaded with bubbles. So I should let it continue to sit. It hasn't lost enough of its bubbles yet. Okay. Sometimes it takes time, I guess because I put so much in there. I'd love to filter it right about now, though. Well, maybe so. Maybe enough is enough. All right. You know, it's not exactly clear. It's probably as close as it'll get within this time frame. This was clear. This is definitely clear. It may just be bubbles. It's hard to say. I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, I guess I'll filter it. There you go.